What's good, everybody? This is your boy D Money on another episode of a Lott Fashion Podcast. This is our 8th episode. We're going to be talking about leadership this week and what leadership is and how to develop leadership skills. So definitely stay tuned and tapped in. We also got up to 50% off savings on our TikTok shop and also have 15% off on our website. So make sure that you tap in with the brand products that we have, brand apparel, the Build a Throne collection, the Battle Royale Part 1 and Part 2 series. So definitely tap in and show your love and get somebody something special for the holidays. Now, let's tap in with what leadership is. Leadership is a set of behaviors used to help people align their collective direction, to execute strategic plans, and to continually renew an organization or company or etc. For me personally, a lot of people had told me, throughout the years I have leadership skills because of the way that I speak to people. I know how to communicate to different, groups, different, ethnicities, and, different, types of people that, exist within the world. There's different types of leaders. There's, aggressive leaders, people that lead by fear. There's people that, that are more calm and more, I guess you could say, embracing and, encouraging. I would say I'm more of a mixture of both because I try to push you to your limits, but at the same time, I try to let you do what you're capable of doing, what you're great at. What is a fashion leader? A fashion icon or a fashion leader is an influential person who introduces new styles which spread throughout fashion culture and become part of fashion. They initiate a new style which others may, follow or, take pieces of in order to create something new. I feel like, there is prominent fashion leaders within the game, and industry of fashion. You have Virgil Abloh, who, brought the idea of actually bringing out, the beauty in products that were already created. I guess you could say a more custom-airy type of, creation. Then you had, Mr. Versace, who, brought out colors and prints to a whole nother level, to the way we see, even street fashion taking fold in that same type of, I guess you could say, artistry. Like I said, there's multiple people that are influential in different industries as well too. So you definitely got to tap in and see how they're creating, so that way you can find your own niche. Leadership styles. A leadership style refers to a leader's methods, characteristics, and behaviors when directing, motivating, and managing their teams. A leader's style is shaped by a variety of factors, including personality, values, skills, and experiences, and can have a significant impact on the effectiveness of the leader. It also refers to a leader's methods and behaviors when directing, motivating, and managing others. A person's leadership style also determines how they, strategize and implement different strategies and plans while accounting for the expectations of others to, actually, follow through. The well-being of their team is their ultimate, goal, as far as making sure that they have the ideas, the plan, and also the vision all together in one. You feel me? When you're a leader, even though you're at the top, everybody that, is working with you needs to have the same vision. They have to have that same clarity that you see for, that specific project or the vision for the long term of, your company or brand. A lot of people don't typically have these, I guess you could say, ideas in mind when they first start their business, but this is kind of the construct of what you have to look at when, you are building a team. So that way you can start scaling your business to a prominent level. Because if your team is not on board with what you're doing, or they have any doubts with what you're doing, it's going to hinder you in some way, because at some point that person or persons will end up stopping progress. And then, you're going to be in a position where you have to fire somebody. So it's better to know the qualities that you need from people before, you have them doing work for you. The 8 key leadership skills you need to know: relationship building, agility and adaptability, innovation, creativity, employee motivation, decision making, conflict management, negotiation. This is important, not even just with your employees, but also the people that you partner with and, you know what I'm saying, end up doing other projects with. Critical thinking, that's important. See, all these things are important, but I look at agility and adaptability, relationship building are the most, and conflict management are the most important things to me, because when you're dealing with relationships and building those relationships, for me, when I deal with other people that I do business with, especially starting out, it's all been people that I know, I've seen the way they do things, I know how they work in different situations. I pay attention to the different things that they do, you feel what I'm saying? And I have a keen eye of if they have, love for what they're doing or if they're just doing it to make money. And that's the thing that a lot of people gotta, also pay attention to too, is if somebody actually loves something that they're doing or they actually have the motivation and love to do it without even, receiving $1 for their efforts. That's the things that, make and break a business, is when the people that are actually invested in what your vision is actually love the craft that they're doing. So when you tell them to do something, they're going to do it with love. The love is going to come out in the product or the service that you're giving to your clients or your customers. 5 characteristics every good leader should have. Decisiveness. The ability to make decisions, particularly when under pressure, is an important skill to master. This goes back to adaptability. When you're decisive and you have clear-cut communication with yourself and the decisions that you're going to make, when you're under pressure, it doesn't feel like pressure. It just feels like another moment to make a big-time decision. Trustworthiness. You have to be willing to trust the people that you have in place. If you know their skills, you know that they're talented, and they actually put in the practice and work with their talent, the skill sets that they have will guide them through the projects that you have them doing. Empowerment of others. Just like I said with the different types of leaders, some that are fearful and some that, are, I guess you could say, more, embracive. When you empower others, it empowers them to be more than themselves at times. And then when you have that clear communication with them, it makes it a whole lot easier. Resilience. You have to be resilient with the team that you have. Even your team has to be resilient. And that requires a lot of patience, because you have to nurture the time spent and the chemistry that you want to build. The 4 C's of leadership. Competence, character, connection, and culture are critical for effective influence and leadership. The theoretical framework, the 4 C's of influence, integrates these 4 key dimensions of leadership and prioritizing their development across the medical education learning conundrum. So when it comes to competence, I always rather work with people that have good common sense. Character, I'd rather always work with people that have good values. Connection, it's always good to build connections with your employees, because when they feel like your family, they're going to put in the love that I have continuously said throughout this episode. And it also starts to build a culture of what is expected of not only the one individual that you're working with, but the all collective individuals that you work with, because once one person does something, it's going to be a yo-yo effect for everybody else. So start building your leadership skills to the point where you can actually embrace people, help them to be able to adapt quickly, to be efficient, to be effective with the people that they work with, to build relationships on a positive and scaling, momentum, and be true. Be real with the people that you work with. Be honest with the people that you work with. Show them that the trust that you have in them is the same trust that you're willing to give to them. Make sure you keep visualizing your purpose, visualizing your plans, strategies, and execute that, Joe. Because it's your time. The world is yours just like it's mine. Make what you dream of and continue to scale and visualize your purpose. I'm out.